of Mo3, the actual murder of Mo3. So Yella Beezy, Mo3. There's a couple news stories that have came out, but here is the one that kind of set everything in motion. Give me 1 second. Here we go.
We begin with breaking news in Dallas, where rapper Yella Beezy has been arrested and accused of orchestrating the murder of another rapper in 2020.
Rapper Mo3 was gunned down on I-35E. Images of a gun.
And we have two breaking news stories tonight, starting with an update on a rapper gunned down on a highway 5 years ago. Dallas police now say Yella Beezy hired a hitman to kill his one-time friend turned rival, Mo3. Cole Sullivan is live at the county jail. These are well-known rappers in the Dallas hip-hop scene.
Chris, Yella Beezy's top single, It Put It On Me, it peaked at 56 on the Billboard Hot 100. Now he's in the Dallas County Justice Complex behind me on a capital murder charge, accused of hiring a hitman to kill a fellow rapper. This all happened back in 2020. And just before noon, on the middle of Interstate 35, just south of the Dallas Zoo, Dallas police arrested a 22-year-old and charged him with murder. Initially, that 22-year-old's in federal prison, convicted of gun charges. But now, 5 years later, they say he was the trigger man. Police say Yella Beezy, whose top song That's On Me, hired that 22-year-old and promised him cash for killing Mo3. A grand jury handed up an indictment this week and booked Marquise Conway tonight. The killing of Melvin Noble, known as Mo3, led to an outpouring of grief from his fans. Dozens held a memorial outside Dallas City Hall that week. He once was friends.
Now, let me just pause and say, I think I could look back at my message with Yella Beezy. I got no issues with him. Yella Beezy, let me just look at it real quick. Yeah, I think we were like really cool. Because I supported him after he had gotten shot multiple times. I posted many of his videos. I follow him. Looking at his stuff. Yeah, we were supposed to do an interview, last year. So y'all be in New York next week. I said, what day? He said Tuesday. For whatever reason, we can get up. He's like, yo, you do your podcast? You want to do my podcast? You know, pretty much. Like, we kept going back and forth. He's always been cool to me. I always like Yella Beezy. Here's the reality of it, chat. I'm going to just keep it a beat with y'all. You see, a lot of these rappers, and I'm going to just say it in very plain terms, these niggas is pussy. And what I mean by they're pussy, that it's not that, you know, let me really explain. A lot of these rappers get on records talking tough, but they're not doing the shit. They're using money. They paid for a nigga to shoot a nigga. They paid for a nigga to kill a nigga. Again, this is not necessarily at Yella Beezy. Because what I'm saying could, if Dirk is guilty, apply to Dirk too, and I love Dirk. But what I'm trying to say is that a lot of these guys, like anytime I see a random murder with an artist and it's a random nigga, and unless that nigga, like with Trouble was caught his bitch. I get that. But if it's not that deep, it's a rapper who paid for the murder. Let's be honest. Bro, do you want to sit here and tell me that straight drop is the reason why Dolph is dead? Nigga, you know exactly why Dolph is dead. The police just don't got enough to prove it. They had enough to prove it on one guy, but he died too. You know who they want to pin that on, right? They're still trying to pin it on him. They still can't figure it out. And luckily for that person, the people who are in jail can't say they ever talked to the person who the cops want to pin it on. What am I trying to say, Chad? I'm just being very blunt with y'all. A lot of times when you see a rapper die, unless he was doing some real personal beef with a nigga, it's another rapper who paid for it to happen. Like, yeah, these niggas are treating their money power and they start putting money on people's heads. When I heard that Mo3 had died and some random guy chased him down like that, of course it felt like a hit. Like, at what point do we even think that was just, oh, nah, I don't like you, so I'm gonna act like it's a job to kill you broad daylight, chase you down in traffic on a highway, on a bridge? No. It's a paid hit. So when I said rappers are pussy, I don't mean like they're scared. What I'm saying is that they take credit for, talk tough about shit they paid to get done. That's all. So, in reality, Young Dolph's murder, that's a murder for hire. Mo3’s murder for hire. Lil Pop's murder, which should have been, if you read and you are knowledgeable, Quantum Rondo's murder for hire. There's a lot of rappers, and you know, people always underestimate cops like they're stupid. Oh, we don't know what's going on. Most police stations and precincts and DA offices, after they're gonna get the actual trigger man. But then a lot of these guys, because they're indoctrinated with no snitching, or even if they wanted to snitch, you know, a smart person, even think about in the Dolph case, a smart person ain't gonna ever talk to the trigger man. You think the trigger man in Dolph case could say he ever talked to, he ever talked to, you think a trigger man in Dolph case could ever say he talked to, let me not say the name? Come on. No. He talked to that guy who knows that guy. Levels of separation. So when I seen this murder, and if you guys never seen it, like, there's pictures. Mo3 murder, chased down. Like, there's pictures of the guy chasing him down with a gun, with a ski mask on. It should be very apparent to you that this was a really targeted hit. If you want to be dense enough to say, oh, this guy planned it by himself, that's on you. The reality of it is that this was planned by someone who really wanted to see him dead. Now, I'm not going to speak against Yella Beezy because we don't know if these things are true. But this does follow the narrative of what I do believe. Let me give you a little bit more too. Lil TJ almost died. You know who they're looking at for Lil TJ's shooting, right? Y'all are always surprised when you see the cuffs get put on somebody. Lil TJ didn't have direct beef with the nigga who shot him. Who do you think they're looking at? Who do you think they're having a broad investigation about? Okay. That's the point I'm trying to say. Murder for hire is a reason why you see RICO charges happening in hip hop. Because the actual rappers who claim they're murderers don't murder shit. Unless they're King Von. All they do is put up money and facilitate others to do the murder. This is why you're seeing, because some of these things don't rise to a RICO charge. A racketeering charge in Texas is very difficult. And so I've seen some people think this is state, this is feds. This is not feds. Feds have what's called a murder for hire charge. Dirk got it. All the Fed statutes where they charge people, no matter what state, are the same. Murder for hire charge is when you pay somebody to go do it. What is called in a state level in Texas is called murder while remuneration. And remuneration means that there is some profits or proceeds that you're doing it for. And essentially, they have charged now Yella Beezy with that.